Wicknell, you're not invited to the New Zimbabwe, and Blessers are not invited to the New Zimbabwe. Theresa May is not invited to, because Theresa May was posting something talking about as Zimbabwe's oldest friends were going to help. You're colonizers, you're not invited to the New Zimbabwe. Jacob Zuma definitely ain't invited to the New Zimbabwe. And as soon as somebody finds where Grace is, okay, tell her she's not invited to the New Zimbabwe. Today is the 21st of November 2017, otherwise known as Zimbabwe's New Independence Day, okay? Because it's lit. Mugabe just resigned and I can't. I want to, but I can't.
Yo, honest to everything, it still feels surreal, like, not even surreal, it feels unreal, like, he's actually gone. Like, the future is open, like, yeah. It's dope. It's actually everything right now.
Oh my god. Mugabe resigned. Like, I don't care. Mugabe resigned. I mean, guys, literally for my generation and probably my mom's generation, Mugabe's been president. If you need a relap of how long Mugabe's been president, go to my previous video, which I'm gonna post somewhere up there. I'm too excited to care right now, but it's gonna be in the internet. I want to give you a quick recap of how everything went down, because this week on Twitter has been lit and Zimbabwe has been in the news more than it's ever been in the news, and it's actually for something good. But I'm just gonna like breeze through it, you know, like just like real quick about what happened in Zim so that we can all be caught up and have the enjoyment together. Mugabe's vice president Mnangagwa was fired by Mugabe because he thought that Mnangagwa was trying to take over the government. He wasn't wrong. But in firing him, he underestimated the amount of military support that Mnangagwa had. So Mnangagwa leaves, but the military, hashtag crocodile, because we're going to do this in hashtags, because this week happened in hashtags. Some of us didn't even know what was happening. We just saw videos of all these army machine whatever thingy things. What do they call them? Tanks. We just saw videos of tanks on WhatsApp where all the news really happened, marching towards Harare. Everyone's like, what's going on? It must be something. At this point, we're just happy that anything is happening, because in my perspective, I feel like Zimbabweans, we tried. We had this flag, and I'll link you to that video too, and we had like a lot of, you know, little demonstrations here and there, but without military support, I didn't really think we had a chance, because way back when they were helping Mugabe cheat the elections, you know what I'm saying, it was like, so whose side are you on? But this time they were on the people's side. Basically, the army goes towards Harare. We're told it's not a coup, but there was actually a lot happening. A lot of ZANU-PF people are making apologies that we and they never saw happening, okay? Hashtag purple jersey, do you hear me or do you hear me? But the military was very adamant on making it known that this was not a coup, okay? Hashtag coup, not coup. They even had like all these pictures of them with Mugabe in his house. Mugabe sent a little broadcast to his little BFF Jacob Zuma telling him, listen, I'm good, I'm just under house arrest, but everything is alright. And the pictures, they were smiling with his old skinny self and everything was cool. So we weren't really sure what was really going on, because a lot of people were a little skeptical, like, if this is a coup, why are y'all smiling with the old skinny guy? But listen, who knows anymore, okay? Zimbabwe, it's just up there. The next day was the proudest, like, I've never been so proud to be Zimbabwean in my life, but the next day was the next day. guys, we had people in the streets so joyously celebrating in Harare, in Bulawayo, in Johannesburg, in Cape Town, in America, in London. Everybody came together. I was so proud to be Zimbabwean, and we were just all marching for this one thing: Mugabe resign. You know, and everyone was convinced that under all this pressure he was going to resign. But throughout the whole day, my guy was quiet. Like, was he even awake with his old self? Nobody really knows, because you know he's how old is he? He's 93. Like, we could have impeached him and he wouldn't have really known what was going on, you know what I'm saying? But in any case, I feel like the importance of it was the fact that we all came together and we marched, and that was amazing. So I'll take that as the next hashtag Zimbabwe March. Just sidebar, with this whole Zimbabwe March thing, can we talk about how much action those soldiers must have got at the Zimbabwe March? Okay, because everybody and their grandmother wanted a little love yamu soldier. So after all the pressure of the march, we're thinking Mugabe is gonna feel the heat, feel the thunder, wanna resign and let it go. Does he though? Not my guy, okay? Like, what's a resignation deadline to Mugabe? Can you please remind me, okay? He wasn't here for it. And basically, hashtag Iweneni Tinebasa, hashtag Asante Sana. Okay, he refused to sign, and he made it seem like we were all coming together to fix Zimbabwe's problems. Like, he really didn't get the memo that he wasn't invited to the new Zimbabwe party. You know what I'm saying? Like, you and Grace are not invited. Sidebar, where's Grace? Like, a lot of Zimbabweans were frustrated after Mugabe's speech, because we were waiting on this speech as confirmation that he was gonna resign. Because come on, my G, like, everybody in the country plus half your party has been protesting against you, and you're still not gonna say nothing. You're still not gonna say nothing. So we thought he was gonna resign. So when he said he went into Nebasa, everyone's heart just dropped, because it felt like, okay, what is it that we can actually do in the situation? There were a couple of words going around, you know, impeachment, kill him, real protesting, you know what I'm saying? But let's fast forward to today, because even though I was also in the mood of like, these people are not taking us seriously, like they're really taking the Zimbabwean people to Mary Clay. But today, out of nowhere, hashtag Mugabe resigns. Like, I still feel, how do I explain it? I expected it, but I never expected it. I didn't think that this would happen in my lifetime, but there's such a sense of relief. And this is the thing that I need to talk to when it comes to international people. A lot of people are saying, okay, so what's going to happen after the protest? Is Mnangagwa going to be the president? Like, who are you going to vote? Listen, okay, can we just do one step at a time? Alright, can we just acknowledge the fact that Mugabe has resigned? You guys need to understand that for the Zimbabwean people, this has been a long road of us feeling powerless and feeling like we can't do anything, and finally there's like confirmation that we matter. This is confirmation that we matter. And can we just have a moment to ourselves to deep this without y'all judging us about our next move? Like, hello. Since the international community wants us so badly to talk about what will happen to Zimbabwe after Mugabe, let's talk about that a little bit. First of all, I feel like there needs to be a change in mindset in Zimbabwe, because even after the whole resignation thing, I saw on the news a lot of party people talking about restoring the legacy. But I don't believe they're talking about restoring the legacy of Zimbabwe. I believe they're talking about restoring the legacy of ZANU-PF, which was tainted after the whole Mugabe situation, because hello, have you seen him? But that needs to change completely. In my opinion, the whole of ZANU-PF should have been taken out, okay, and a whole new system put in. But who am I? Let's do one old person at a time. Listen, when I started this YouTube channel, my main intention and my main target audience was millennials, expats, economic refugees, asylum seekers, whoever who is Zimbabwean and young and hasn't been in the country but wants to be in the country and wants to make the country better, but just, you know, all we've known is Mugabe, and we have that in common. And now, like, we are part of this huge like, it's so amazing. We're part of this huge change, and I think this is the time that we change the entire mindset, because ZANU-PF has never and will never identify with people like us. You can fight me on this, but I genuinely believe that young Zimbabwe millennials, especially ones who left Zimbabwe because of economic crisis things, will never identify with ZANU-PF. This is the time to have political opposition that is actual opposition, not just for the name of having political opposition, and for it to be started and to include young people, because you can't have a country that's built on the same principles as it was with Mugabe being there, because ultimately then that means nothing changes. But I feel like we need to be more people focused, more young people focused, and also for people to go back to their country. And I was so happy when I was seeing all the celebratory moves that were happening on the news today, because ultimately 99% of the people that were interviewed said, listen, I would go back to Zim today. In fact, I think I will go back to Zim today. A lot of us really want to come home and use the education that we've had from abroad and make the country a better place. Give us the opportunity to do so by giving us a political voice, which we've been yearning for the longest time. And I promise you, we will not let you down. I know I won't. Thank you for watching. Please post your comments below. I really want to see the comments, and please post the likes, because we've been waiting for this. Okay, celebrate with us, enjoyment with us, because Zimbabwean Independence Day is today. Okay.